I had really high hopes for Hello Kitty no Ohanabatake. If you just clicked on this video as your first Famidaily, then you might be wondering, high hopes for a Hello Kitty game? But Sanrio's video game arm Charactersoft has been publishing some consistently high-quality video games. They didn't just take the easy route and make some cash-ins. Not all of their experiments have been as successful as others, but they keep releasing some generally good stuff. Unfortunately, Hello Kitty no Ohanabatake reminds me a lot of other games we've been seeing in the 1992 holiday season. It feels half-baked, and like they rushed to release it. There's no plot to Hello Kitty no Ohanabatake. It's just an opportunity to put Sanrio's popular mascot character into a cute arcade-style game. The goal on every stage is to grow all of the flowers out of their pots. Once all flowers are blooming, then you can move on. This is a side-scrolling action game, although the stages are only 2 or 3 screens wide. On the stages, A jumps, and B swings Kitty's hammer. Yeah, apparently she walks around with a giant hammer. The hammer will stun enemies, freezing them in place for a while. And I do mean a while. It feels like the stun lasts about 10 seconds. The hammer has a secondary use. When you're riding on a platform, you can swing it, and that will change what direction the platform's moving based on what direction you're facing. Some of the platforms move in a circle, and so reverse which way is which. You'll just have to try and get a feel for it. Of course, the most important thing you can do is water the flowers. And if you press up or down on the D-pad, Kitty will pop out her watering can and dump water all over the place. There's a timer on how quickly the flowers grow, so it's not a continuous thing where you have to stand there watering them. You can water them, walk away for a little bit, come back and water them, and they'll instantly grow to the next step. It's about 2 seconds in between growth spurts. You can water things while jumping, and in fact that's required on some stages. When a flower blooms, it might release an item. Apples are just worth some points, while oranges stun all of the enemies on the stage. Strawberries make you invulnerable. You'll defeat any enemies that you run into, and this is the only way for you to destroy them. Enemies defeated like this are permanently gone. Nothing respawns in this game. On very rare occasions, an extra life may pop out of the flower pot. You start out with 3 lives, but you can continue as many times as you like. Every 3 stages there's a level marked as a bonus stage, but it's really no different from the regular stages. There are 18 stages in Hello Kitty no Ohanabatake, and that is really not a lot for what is essentially a simple arcade game. It took me about 40 minutes to beat the game from start to finish, and I had never played it before. The first few levels were so trivially easy I thought they were meant as tutorials, but then it's not like it got a lot harder. There are a few stages where you have to water the pots in a certain order because there's one that you can't get away from, but for the most part you follow the obvious path, water the plants as they come, and you're done. The only thing that gave me any kind of trouble in the game at all were flying enemies. They were extremely difficult to hit with the hammer. But if you did hit them, the stun lasted long enough that you could almost completely grow a flower before they woke up. And you could always hit them again as soon as they woke up to put them back to sleep. Opinions from Japanese players on this game are generally positive. There seems to be a lot of people who have fond memories of a simple but challenging game here. And I'm not sure how they found this one challenging. I think there's a structure here that could allow for an interesting game, but there's not a wide variety of enemies or obstacles for you to deal with. It's always the same few enemies, always with the same kind of platforming. That's why I feel Hello Kitty no Ohanabatake is only half done. To me, it comes across like a proof of concept. The quick mock-up you do to show that the base game mechanics work, before you flesh out the rest of it. There's just not enough going on here for me to ever come back to this one.